Assalamualaikum. I'm Nilüfer Yasmin. Hello, my dear students. How are you? I hope all of you are fit and fine. I'm your science teacher. Welcome to my online class. Dear students, today I discuss with you Chapter 12, Population and Natural Environment. So, dear students, you know the surrounding around us in our environment. In a particular area, the living organisms, the living things and the non-living things all constitute that particular area's environment. You will find different types of environments in different regions of the world. Due to diversity of environment, the living beings of different regions are different. You know, living beings and non-living beings consist of plants and animals. You know, organisms consist of plants and animals. Plants and animals of a particular region will depend upon the different components of that environment. Different components of the environment influence all other organisms, including human. So, dear students, let's focus on today's topics. What is natural resources? Plants, animals, water and soil are called natural resources. We get natural resources from the environment. Observe the surroundings all around us. We will find some of the things are man-made while some are naturally created. That is to say, man cannot create the things which are called natural environment or natural resources. Natural environment is composed of naturally created matters. Natural environment consists of non-living and living things that man cannot create. Man builds houses, bus, trucks, boats, roads, bridges, cars, schools, colleges, and hospitals. They are known as man-made environment. We have noticed there are so many substances around the surroundings that man cannot create, as the moon, stars, rivers, sea, hills, forest, man, beasts and birds, etc. These are the components of natural environment. There are different types of natural environments, such as environment of forest, hills, rivers, etc. Is there any more natural environment known to you? So, dear students, the more the population increase, the more food and space are needed. But food and space are limited if the population continues growing. We will face different types of population problems, such as shortage of food to eat and space to live, etc. In fact, there is a shortage of food in some parts of the world due to the growing population. People in a family need food and space to live. If the number of people in a family increases, they need more food to eat and space to study and sleep. Also, it would be easy to get disease in a crowded house. Now I discuss with you the impact of population growth on the natural environment. People need food, water, shelter and clothes to live. So dear students, food comes from plants and animals. Water comes from rain or rivers. Soil, rocks and roots are used to build houses and buildings. Some clothes are made of plant parts such as jute and cotton. Some shoes or bags are made of animal skins. Those things such as plants, animals, water and soil are called natural resources. We get natural resources from the natural environment. When the population grows, it needs more natural resources. People are destroying the natural environment to meet their additional needs. The more population grows, the more human needs increases. This can create pressure on natural resources. Additional needs will cause various problems in our life. For example, we will face the issue of a shortage of food, clothing, housing, and land when population grows. Population growth makes people easy to get disease because germs spread faster in denser populations. We may have less chance of getting medical and education services. Opportunities for using natural resources may get reduced. Population growth has several impacts on the environment. People clear forests to cultivate more crops or farm more livestock. They use more land for shelters, roads, and industries. The loss of forest causes the changes of ecosystem, the destruction of habitats of living things, and their extinction. Deforestation also can cause soil erosion and landslides. Chemical fertilizers and pesticides are used in agriculture to grow plant well and produce more food. Excessive use of chemical fertilizer and pesticides can cause soil population and water pollution. Soil pollution and water pollution. Fossil fuel is burnt in power plants and factories to produce more electricity and goods. People use fossil fuel to run vehicles for transportation. Harmful gases emitted from factories and vehicles cause air pollution that results global warming and acid rain. So dear students, in your textbook, page number 77, you can see two pictures on the right hand side. Picture 1, you can see a picture of forest. There are many trees, different kinds of trees, birds, honeybee, hives, and different and many animals. So people get natural resource from the natural environment. And another picture is, you can see some people, they are cutting destroying the natural environment, cutting trees, and you can see also you also can see uh, smoke enter smoke from industries. This is very harmful for our environment. So people are destroying the natural environment in different ways, and they're destroying the natural environment to meet their additional needs. So here is some of discussion for you. What happens to the natural environment if the population increases? Number one, think about the following questions. How does population growth affect the natural environment? How can we protect the natural environment? Share your idea with your parents or brother or sisters. So, uh, what happens to the natural environment if the population increase? We can write, how does population growth affect the natural environment? Demand for natural resource increases owing to population growth as people exploit more natural resources. Our natural environment gets destroyed. How can we protect the natural environment? So dear students, we can protect the natural environment in many ways. They are given below. One, by planting more trees, by not dispose 45 C rubbish here and there, do not throw rubbish here and there, by controlling the growth of population. So through discussion, we are able to know that population growth adds extra burden on the natural resources. Therefore, we must control our population growth. So dear students, homework today. Please note down today's homework. Read page 77. I hope you have finished your writing. Next class, I discuss with you fill in the blanks, MCQ and matching from your textbook. Okay. If you have any inquiry, please contact me. Thank you.